So the first one I'm going to share with you is the back sweep, right? This one is when the guy's, you're trying to pull him down, and he's leaning back, and he's leaning too far back, right? And you can sense he's leaning too far back. You can sense he's leaning too far back. You can feel it in your calves. Obviously, he's doing it extremely right now, but you know what I mean? You can sense he's leaning back too much, right? So much so that he's not even able to keep you down. Scoot your arms up quite straight. See, he's not even pushing on your tummy. He's leaning back, right? So what do? Right? You come up, you open your guard, you come up explosively on your hand, you put your armpit on his shoulder, and you put your palm on his elbow. And then you point your toe. Don't do this. Have your foot pointed, and you thrust your hips into his tummy. Boom, and then over he goes. Right? And then hands out, tummy down, hang up. Okay, I'll do it one more time. This is the belly bump, or I used to call it Superman, because you're like, dun, 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 right? He's leaning too far back. Okay? You come up explosively on your hand. You put your armpit on his shoulder, palm on his elbow, point your toe, not this way, because then you might twist your ankle. Right? And also, if you're the guy on the bottom, make sure that you don't have your foot, what I call a duck foot. Don't have your foot out like this.
Oh, yeah.
Because then if you get rolled that way, you're going to have, you know, some people prefer this, some people prefer this. Nobody should do that, okay? Otherwise, it's going to end bad. Anyway, he's here, he's leaning too far back. You come up explosively on your hand, armpit on the shoulder, palm on the elbow, point your toe, slam your hips into him. Over he goes. Hands out, settle down, and wait, okay? And again, how do you do it right? The guy's leaning too far back, right? You suddenly come up on your hand, armpit on the shoulder, here and here, and here, over he goes, right? So some time ago, I was refereeing, and there was a kid that kept doing this, but he wasn't doing this, he was doing this. And when he was bumping the guy was resisting by putting his hand in. And the kid didn't take advantage of this, but as I'm watching this, I'm like, man, that's a sweet move, because from here, you can easily come back and put the guy in a triangle choke. You see what I mean? Right? Here, I'll do it again. Right? So the kid, it was the same thing. The kid on top was leaning too far back. The kid on the bottom was coming up with his hand, but he wasn't going here. He was going here. And he would bump, and then the kid would naturally do this. Right? And this just is a world of wonder, so to speak. One of which is you just, as you come back, you take this leg out, collect the head, whatever you see, put it in triangle. Here, let's do it. Let's do it this way. Right? See? So we're here, he's leaning too far back, you come up, but instead of going here, you go here. Bump. Diamond, as I call it. Triangle. You know? And that was years ago. And since then, I've been doing this bump sweep wrong, but it's a wonderful setup for that triangle. You know? And I mean, there's other stuff you could probably do too. I mean, like, if you did it here and you bump the guy, you could do triangle there, but look where this arm is. If you don't want to do triangle here, you could do Omoplata there. You see what I mean? So anyway, now we're going to do the belly bump wrong, but it sets up triangle and Omoplata wonderfully. Okay? Understand? So same.